let's talk about State of Sorrow by Melinda Salisbury. Hello, what's up? I hope your day is going okay. So I just wanted to talk about State of Sorrow by Melinda. So I used to say Salisbury, but a lot of people say Salisbury. So I don't know if it's Salisbury or Salisbury or Salisbury or whatever, but yeah, I would like to talk about this book. Let's start with it. So first thing first, I didn't buy this book. I mean, I did actually in some way, but I got it in my March FairyLoot box. And so this is a YA fantasy one. So this is a story of Sorrow who lives with her father, the Chancellor, and her father is a drug addict, so that's why the Jadenvat, that's like a group of the Chancellor advisor, decided one day that she should be the Chancellor. So 19 years ago, her brother drowned trying to cross the bridge that connects two kingdoms, Rila and Renan. But that's not everything. Her mother died just, I believe, the same day or the day after while giving her birth. Yeah, so her life didn't start like in a very happily kind of way. So since then, her father ruined himself with drugs and ruined the entire kingdom. He's so sad that no colors are allowed in the kingdom, no laughing, no parties, no music, no poems, no drawing, no art, nothing. He basically transformed the entire kingdom in a living monument dedicated to his died son. So yeah, the city is under the weight of the grief and everything, so no art, nothing enjoyable is allowed. But one day, her brother comes back. But is it really him? So this is basically the plot. I just want to say two things first. So first, I gave it 5 stars, and second, I could not imagine living in a place such as Renan, like no enjoyable things allowed. It just seems like no way, that's not life. This book gave me a lot of different emotions. Like I felt like everything Sorrow was feeling something, I felt it as well, so it was that strong. So it's a book with a wonderful cast of characters. This is a book full of plot and twist and conspiracy, so yeah. As usual, I'm gonna talk about Sorrow first. So Sorrow is almost 18 years old. She has been abandoned and ignored by her father her entire life. She doesn't know what father's love is. I think that she kind of had the weight of the entire world on her shoulders because her entire life she tried to hide her father's addiction, you know, father's drug problem. That's probably why she feels like she's an imposter, she doesn't belong there, and she doesn't really know what to do actually. She's very stressed by everything the whole time, but she's also so fearless and strong and likable and cute and sometimes sarcastic. She's also super, how can I say that? Perceptive, you know. At the same time, she has a vulnerable side, and that's super cute. So most of the time, she's fearless, selfless, determined, and yeah, that's Sorrow. I also found her kind of naive, but like especially talking about politics. But I feel it was because her father like trapped her entire life. She didn't go outside very often, so she didn't really know what was happening outside. So that might explain her naive side, I believe. And she's also in love with Rasmus, who is from Rila, so the other kingdom, and that's something that's forbidden. No relationship between the two kingdoms. I mean, political relationships are allowed, but not personal relationships. Rasmus is her lover, so let's talk a bit about him. He's kinda mysterious, and I don't know why, but I didn't like it. It's not that I hated him, but I didn't like it. But you know, they grew up together, so they really know each other. So he was a friend, he was always there when she needed him to be. I really don't feel there is anything wrong with him. I just didn't connect. I don't know why. But someone else that I like is Iris. She's Sorrow's best friend. She's her best friend, but also her advisor, and a very good one, a very good listener. Yeah, she's also always there when Sorrow needs her, whenever she feels like down or anything. She was super funny, friendly. She was like giving a lot of advice all the time about everything, not only about political stuff. I also loved Iris' father, so Sharon. He is Rhiannon Vice Chancellor, and he was acting like a dad to Sorrow, so I really appreciate that, if I may say. Okay, so I have one more character to talk about, and it's Luvian Fan. Oh my god, as soon as he appeared in the story, everything was like more interesting. I just fell in love with him. He's so like perfect. He was perfect. He could be like my boyfriend in real life. I loved him. He was like quirky, arrogant, witty, smart, and I don't know, so charming. He became Sorrow's advisor during her political campaign kind of thing, and I loved him so much. I loved his humor and everything. I think it's impossible not to like him. If you don't like him, I'm sure there is something wrong. Just kidding. So overall, I really loved and enjoyed the book. I felt like all the characters were awesome and deep enough. There are a lot of characters in the story, but even that, usually I'm kind of lost. But this time I felt like chapter after chapter I really get to know them. You know, usually when there is plenty of characters, you cannot know them all, but here it was the case. The whole book was told in Sorrow's third point of view, and that's maybe why I felt like I felt what she felt. That's a lot of felt in the same sentence. The plot was interesting. Some of the plots were actually predictable, but it didn't make me enjoy them less. I really enjoy all the political dramas and the stress in it, and the plots and the secrets, and you know, the overall folklore of the two kingdoms. I really loved reading about them. The world building was amazing. Honestly, there is not a lot of action like in most of YA books, and magic in here is not like the main thing in the book. There is still magic, but we don't talk about it that much because some people from Rilla have some capabilities, so they're able to do some stuff, but that's it. You don't know much. So the world building was amazing and the description were amazing with a lot of details. I really pictured everything, and especially because the bridge is like from Mostar, Bosnia-Herzegovina. Do you say that? Bosnia and Herzegovina in English, I don't know. So all the details might be a little confusing for people. For some people, I don't know. Just because of the two kingdoms' names, so Rhiannon and Rilla are kind of similar, and a lot of stuff were similar with the two kingdoms. So at the beginning I was like, wait, is it from that kingdom or this one? I'm kind of lost. Where is she? Is she there? So it happened to me at the beginning, but I really got used to it after a few pages, after a few chapters, so don't be afraid. And what I really loved about that book is that love is not the main thing in this YA fantasy book. It's like a detail, and even the love stories happening there are not cheesy. The love that we're talking here is more like family related or friendship and personal relations, you know, like with the politics and everything, who you can trust, who you cannot, and everything. So I really did appreciate that. And I really learned a few things about political campaigns, even if it's a fiction, whatever. So this is definitely not an epic fantasy with a lot of action or a lot of magical things happening, but I really enjoyed the book and I really found it readable and cute and accessible to everyone. So I'm really looking forward to reading the next one because apparently it's gonna be a duology. So yeah, I really loved it. So that's it for the review. So let me know what you thought about it, if you read it, if you're planning on, or no, whatever. I found it difficult to review that book because like when I'm so into one book, I feel like everything that I say doesn't make any sense. and I didn't know how to describe it, so I hope it's not too annoying or not too pointless or whatever. Thank you for watching, wolves, and take care. See you soon. Bye.